Namaste, sir.
Namaste and a hearty welcome. Namaskar, Suresh Prabhu Sahab.
It's a hearty pleasure for me to invite all of you for this August gathering. It's a very important day and very close to our heart to most of us, 5th June being World Environment Day. We wait for this day in the whole year to see wonderful things happen. And especially today we have Sri Suresh Prabhuji among us, a very well-known evangelist of environment is what I should say from my heart. So thank you very much, sir, for joining us. This is a very important occasion where we want to welcome all of you from our heart. I would like Ram Prasad ji to be introduced. He's the host for today. He is actually the director of Bharat Ray and also the Chief Risk Management Committee chair of GSHP. So Ram Prasad ji, over to you.
Once again, a very warm welcome and a namaskar to everybody. A great day on the World Environment Day to organize this event. We are very proud and honored to have Mr. Suresh Prabhuji, MP Rajya Sabha, to be the chief guest. And there's a special connect that I have with Suresh Prabhuji because he is our MP from Visakhapatnam. And we keep running into him through the AP Chamber of Commerce and the other events that keep happening. Have a pleasure to welcome Kirti D'Souza, the brain behind today's event, and request her to provide give us a welcome address. Over to Kirti ji.
Yeah, thank you, Ram Prasad ji. So it's my privilege now to formally invite the August gathering of today for the celebration of World Environment Day and for this launch of the platform called Ecosystem Restoration Connect. The important reason why there is a need for such a platform is felt by the kind of problems that we are facing today in the community. The pandemic has been hitting us over and above. There have been a lot of problems in the community, and the coming together of the experts, coming together of industry, coming together of community is a very, very important action, need of the hour. And that is why we felt it is very essential for a platform like this to work in line with the guidance of the UN, the call that they have given for the decade. So there's a 10-year plan UN has called for to restore the ecosystem and the earth. And we are joining in this call by making this platform where the industry, the institution, and the community can come together. So it is my pleasure now to invite each of you gathered over here. Can you go to the next slide, Inka? It is my pleasure to invite previous slide. Mr. Suresh Prabhuji, our Honorable Member of the Parliament and India Sherpa to G7 and G20. I have personally seen him from 2014 in all the events of CII CESC where I was an assessor. So passionately, sir, you have been guiding the industries to walk the top of sustainability in the country. It is not only in the country, but you have made a big noise about the journey of sustainability and environment, even abroad. The voice of India has been heard through use of many important portfolios related to railways, commerce and industry, civil aviation, power fertilizer, chemical, and environment and forest. I would like to mention in his journey with the railways, he has turned the whole scenario around in the railways by making the railways one of the most greenest railways. There are so many initiatives taken through Greenco that railways today can be proud of in the initiatives taken on sustainability. Mr. Prabhu has envisaged the journey of evangelized sustainable development and various environmental challenges that humanity has been facing. He's closely worked because he's so closely associated from his heart. He has inspired and advocated businesses and communities to operate and grow within the boundaries of the fragile ecosystem. Who would be the other person other than him to invite and to launch this platform on the 5th of June, where we are talking about restoration of ecosystems. To have him among us today He has had several speaking engagements I've been seeing in Twitter throughout the day, but he ensured he made a point to come and launch this program for us. Sureshji, hearty welcome to you, and I request you to inaugurate this program.
Good evening, friends. And let me congratulate the organizer for making this very interesting idea of bringing everybody together on the same digital platform to find out how we can work together in restoration of the ecosystem, which is a theme for the World Environment Day by the UN. And actually, this is a very important theme. When we see a different kind of problem that the world is facing, it shows that there is an underlying cause for it. When you go to a doctor, you tell the doctor that I'm suffering and there is a temperature in my body. Not be worried about the temperature. I would like to know what has caused that temperature. Why is you're having a fever? Because fever is a symptom which leads you to different causes, which may be far more serious than the apparent effect which is felt by the body in form of a fever. In fact, fever always is like a signal. It gives you a warning about something going wrong in the body somewhere. Therefore, there could be a fever because of COVID. There could be a fever because just you are overexerted, and there could be a fever. The fever could be there because one of the vital organ of the body is not functioning well. So today we are seeing a different kind of problems when the temperature is going up, temperature not of the human body but of the overall temperature, weather is changing, there are more and more natural disasters, there is more and more ecological challenges which are coming to fore. And the underlying reason for all this is that there is something wrong which is going on with the entire ecosystem. An ecosystem is related to one another, integrated. If something goes wrong somewhere, the ecosystem itself is going to, over a period of time, going to give way, and the problems will be even far more serious than what we are seeing today. The loss of biodiversity is one such evident problem, which is now showing us that probably in the future, what we have lost will never come back. But what we have, if we don't save, probably the entire living beings on the planet will be extinct. So while we protect the biodiversity, the restoration is important, but more important than restoration is to protect what we already have. I think many of you are from Karnataka, and Mr. Prakash is from Mysore. So there is a very beautiful forest, Nagarhole. If you go to Nagarhole, you'll see a tiger there. Can tiger survive without tiger having enough prey base? Because tiger has to eat something. So what tiger eats are some animals. Can those animals survive unless there is something for those animals who are the prey base for the tiger? But for that prey base to survive, they need food. That food for the prey base for the tiger will come from some other living beings. So the entire chain, the food chain, where the tiger is at the apex of the food chain, below him there is a very complex but integrated ecosystem. So tiger going away one day from Nagarhole, people will say doesn't matter, we'll bring some other tiger from somewhere else. The tiger's disappearance will be a signal but there is something wrong in the entire ecosystem. The ecosystem, the local ecosystem of the Nagarole forest. Same way, Nagarole ecosystem will not survive unless the Nagarole is part of the entire global ecosystem. If Nagarole gives way to something, over a period of time, you'll see that probably some edifice of this entire complex ecosystem is now destabilized. And one day or the other, the entire ecosystem is going to fall. We have seen many old forts which were built during the periods of Rajas and Maharajas. The engineering marvel of how those different forts were built is a different matter. Today, to keep them alive is a very big challenge. So, where the Archaeological Survey of India is working. And ASI will tell you that if one little stone falls, which is maybe a critical stone, over a period of time, the entire fort will fall. Because the entire fort is built on the integrated engineering system. It is not that just what you see as a big fort can stand in air, in isolation. It stands because each and every part of that fort has made it stand like that. So just a fort. The global ecosystem is far more complex than this engineering marvel of a fort. But if the fort can fall with a displacement or some sort of a change in the pattern of the way the engineering was built, then imagine the entire ecosystem, which is more integrated, more interdependent, more reliant on each other, how it will survive. And therefore, as Nagarole cannot survive unless the entire ecosystem below the tiger's food chain survive, the same way, the entire ecosystem will not survive in like millions of Nagaroles which are there in the world and integrated into one another. Each one of them survives at the same time. Not just Nagarole, each system, whether it's in Brazil or whether it's in New Zealand, whether it's in Africa or whether it is in faraway oceanic part of the world, whether it is terrestrial ecosystem or it's a marine ecosystem, all of them are integrated. And therefore, making ecosystem work is very important. Now, what we have lost, what we already degraded, the only way we can do it, and that's why I welcome this, we have to restore it. But while we restore it, we should not lose something which is already there. They will say, okay, we can restore it, so let it go to ruins. Like a fort can go to ruins, I'll build another fort. You can build another fort, but you cannot build another ecosystem. And ecosystem, therefore, guarantees life. Life for humans and life for animals. Life for plants and life for small insects. All of them are dependent on the same ecosystem, and all of them are dependent on each other. So we may think that I am killing an insect. There's a very interesting evidence of that. That when we got rid of frogs, there is a multiplication of population of mosquitoes. And because now you want to kill mosquitoes, we are using some of the pesticides and insecticides, not picture, insecticides, which are killing even more unintended living beings. As a result of that, even more complex things are happening. So the best way is not to, there is no need for using insecticide if there is a frog living. The frog disappeared and their entire ecosystem is crumbling. Ecosystem is a very, very complex, very important thing. That the human beings are surviving because the animals are surviving. Animals are surviving because the insects, everybody is interconnected, interrelated to one another. So I have got many programs today. I am very busy, but I have still wanted to come to congratulate you. It's a very important initiative. Bringing everybody, stakeholder together is the only way. Because why they are being stakeholders? They are related to one another. I may say that I am not related to Prakash because he is living far away. He can say I am not related to Mr. Ram Prasad, who is somebody else. So we may not be related because we are finding relationship based on the caste, the religion, and the creed, and something like that. So absolutely inconsequential as far as the nature is concerned. Nature is related to each and every living being, because the living beings would not have been born if there was no nature. And nature has created all of them to live together at the same time. But some of us, like the human beings, are so selfish, so self-centered, so narrow-minded, didn't have a vision. So they have killed many of and destroyed the biodiversity, which is going to cause the disaster for the human beings over a period of time. So bringing everybody together is the right way to debate, discuss, and try to take steps to restore it as much as possible. Thank you very much. I'm sure this effort will go a long way in motivating even others to the similar activities in other parts of the country and maybe in other parts of the world. So thank you very much. I look forward to real success of your endeavor, and I wish one day when I come there, I'll be able to meet you all. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.